right, good morning everyone. When you are seeing this, it is happy Saturday, cash stuffing Saturday. I hope that we have a great start to your weekend, whether that's a working weekend or a fun weekend for you. I hope you have a great one either way. So I'm going to start out today with cash stuffing from the August 25th paycheck. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, grab a coffee or whatever your morning preferred drink is and come back and join me. So this, what I have here today is a little bit of prop cash. As you can see, this isn't real. This was sort of inspired by, I had this thought on my own, but then I was really inspired by Courtney at the Curvy E Chronicles, who I will link below for how she does, I believe she calls it her online binder. And I don't have an entire binder devoted to ones that I stuff with prop cash, but there are a few of my sinking funds, a couple that are bills, so I don't typically cash stuff my bills, but they're bills that I pay annually or semi-annually, so my car insurance, my vehicle registration, and then when we save for Christmas, I've continued to do that one electronically and not cash stuffed. Those are larger amounts, and so I like to see them in the high yield, but I also really enjoy seeing that progress add up. And there are a couple sinking funds or like savings challenges that I'm going to be starting in the month of September when my hours increase at work, so our budget changes a little bit. And I will be doing those electronically as well because I'm not comfortable stuffing those amounts of cash, but I do want to do the challenge and I do want to stuff it a little bit, and I want to see the progress of towards those goals add up. So that was kind of a long-winded response or a long-winded explanation as to what I'm doing, but we're going to hop into this binder here where I do some of my electronic things here. I just have a couple today that we're doing. So today for our online sinking funds, I have 50, 100, 120, and 125 to put towards those couple of binders this morning. The first one is vehicle registration. Our vehicle registration here, and I have been reading a lot of comments online of what people pay for their vehicle registrations, and them being kind of appalled at the states that have them higher amounts. And I feel like ours is pretty hefty. For a while, my in-laws lived in Wisconsin, which our state borders Wisconsin. And they paid like $50 per vehicle, and we don't get to pay $50 per vehicle till they're like over 10 years old or something like that. So right now I put $75 a month away because I miscalculated what I didn't miscalculate, but I did not account for my husband trading or getting a different vehicle last November. So I had to up it to $75 a month to make sure I would have what he needs in September for his registration. And then after that, so after next month, I will go down to $50 a month, and that will get me, my vehicle comes up for registration in May, and then the ones registered to him come up in September. And so for mine, it's just my Suburban, so I need like $281 by May. And then in September with he's got like his 2019 pickup, he's got his old, he drives like a 2005 Honda van for his daily driver. The other things that are on there are his motorcycle. And I think there's 3 trailers. We have to register trailers. We have a car trailer, a smaller trailer we just bought, and a livestock trailer. So, so right now in vehicle registration, we have 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 315, and 316. And we need 315 in September for his registration of those 3 vehicles and 3 trailers that I mentioned. So this will probably get unstuffed, and you'll see that later, during a check-in, probably later during this pay period, but that is fully funded for what is due in September. And then we will go down to our $50 a month for the next year. That should be able to keep us where we need to be for that. My vehicle insurance, which I don't stuff with this paycheck, but the other online fund that I do stuff with this is Christmas. For a few years now, I've been saving $50 a month for Christmas. For now, that seems to be enough. We don't go very extravagantly, but I am going to start adding to this when we do some savings challenges, a few bucks here or there, in addition to the $50, which is $600 for the year that we save. So in Christmas right now, we have 100, 200, 300, 350, and 400. So we are on track to have 600 by Christmas. And that is it for the kind of online sinking funds. So I will be right back with the rest of the cash. So I am back with the cash here. So I took out the cash that I had allocated for savings challenges, because we're going to do that in a different video, and I hope that this cash comes out correctly when I did that the way that I did it. I guess we will find out if it works the way that it should have when I go to stuff all of these. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do that just one more time here to get this right. So 1, 200, 50, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 5, 10, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, and 24. One of these days I will remember which slot goes in which to make room for everything. So right now we are going to cash up $569. It is a little bit lower of a week, and maybe that doesn't feel like a low pay period to you. We are paid every 2 weeks, and that is when I do my cash stuffings. I feel like this is a little bit less, but really there are a couple reasons that we are a little bit over budget here this week, which I can share. And I think I took his envelope out. So really what that entails is, after I closed out my budget on Thursday night, my husband and my son went to the grocery store, and they went over the cash budget, which has not happened in months. So I had an extra $48.56 grocery overage to cover. Which isn't, that's not the end of the world by any means, but it just made this budget so we didn't get groceries on our normal Monday. So it seemed like we were super behind on, and needed a lot of extra things. Plus, I guess you're seeing this Saturday. So today we are leaving to go out of town for one overnight, and my kids are staying here with my husband's brother and his wife. So we wanted to make sure there was a multitude of snacks and options for them to cook, fresh fruit for snacks, those kinds of things when my kids are going to be here with other people. So it was just a heavier grocery trip. Plus, I was so excited. This was the first paycheck that we didn't have to pay for daycare. But then it went ahead and it was 2 different bills that I had to pay for the project that we are cash flowing right now to add on to our garage. And so it's just a little bit tighter paycheck in general. So I'm stuffing all my variable stuff in a couple sinking funds that they're non-negotiables. And then kind of the rest of the money, I just pulled it back in, and I'm going to do savings challenges with it. It was actually pretty difficult for me to be no, I don't need to pick what goes into these sinking funds. They're flexible. We'll do them with savings challenges. Anyway, so I did purchase 2 things online. So $27 and change of my typical spending money went to just to pay back on the credit card. So what I am stuffing in cash today is $32. That is what's left of that. I round up when I use cash. So that was $28. So this brings me up to $48, $58, $59, and $60. My $60, but $32 of that will go in here in my spending cash. Beauty this week is getting $50. I was going to cut it down, but then, so it is the second paycheck of the month usually covers a pedicure because I usually get a pedicure at the beginning of each month. So this will cover a pedicure sometime early in September. And then I do know 20, 40, 50 that I have a subscription from the place that I get my like face wash, and like a thing of face wash is supposed to ship. And I think it's only like $5 with the, you know, when you subscribe, you get a discount plus you get free shipping from Elf. So anyway, that's supposed to ship. So I got to make sure I have enough budget to cover that. Household, this paycheck, I was going to do extra, but since we just are a little bit low this week, I'm putting in 20 in households. In eating out, we get 60. How did I break that down? 20, 40. I try to break this down so it's easier to pay it back to the bank when I need to. 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. I've actually been doing pretty well of sticking to that budget, mainly because we haven't been going out to eat as a family. So it's just like here and there when I grab something at work or he grabs something, it's easy to pay it back from there. We don't go out as a family because really going out as a family of 5 anywhere but fast food, and even at some fast food places, pretty much brings you to $60. So drinks is getting 50. Last paycheck we barely spent any of that, so it just got rolled into savings challenges, but I'm going to keep budgeting it. 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. I did, you're going to see these here, I got kind of, so oh yeah, that's right, this one broke. I got to figure that out. So I made my own laminated envelopes last night, gave it a try, watched a tutorial on YouTube. I will link the video that I watched to give this person credit for teaching me how to do it. This, I trimmed the side too close, and I know better than that because I've been working with laminators my whole life, but I love these envelopes, but with the zipper stuff, it just gets pretty bulky in here. And so I wanted to go down to the laminated envelopes like the ones I got from Creating Stacy. And so I watched some tutorials. I definitely need a corner rounder. You probably can't tell from here, but anyway, so I'm going to give that a shot. I was just trying it out. I had all this, I didn't have all the supplies. That is what I spent some of my spending money on for the heavier laminating sheets. You need like 3 mil and 5 mil, and I've never used 5 mil or bought it, but I had 3 mil on hand. So I just needed to buy one package of 5 mil laminating sheets, which is where 19 of that spending money went. Anyway, car washes isn't getting anything in an attempt to kind of cut down on stuff this week. Kids is getting 30. I actually had something additional that I was hoping or wanting to purchase for my kids this week, which is why I added the $10 and did 30 instead of the 20 that I typically do. But then my oldest brought home, and this is just how kid stuff goes and probably why I need to be putting a sinking fund together for kids. He brought a thing home from school for an activity that he wants to do, a little like a little day camp thing where they go for a couple hours after school one day and do like a cheer activity, and then they get to like cheer at pre-game of the football game here in town. And so he's really excited about that. But that money needs to be turned in before we get paid again. So I need to figure out if I'm taking that out of this to lessen the blow, or if I'm just gonna take that and use it as unbudgeted. I don't know yet. Okay, so for fun, I usually put $20 in family fun. So that is that 20 for this paycheck. So I changed the names of some of my envelopes on here because it was confusing. It wasn't really confusing to me, but it could have been. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is my kids take $2 a week to church, $1 to put in the collection, and $1 for donuts. And right now I'm also putting ones in there for chores that I use to reward my oldest, who loves to earn money and has his own cash binders. So I need to make a chores envelope, but right now all those ones for church and chores are going in that envelope. This is groceries. I considered lessening our grocery budget because of the overage, 1, 2, 50, 70, 80. I decided not to do that because that just felt like punishing us for the next 2 weeks, and that just didn't seem like a good idea. So we'll see, maybe there'll be some rollover that I can cover that. But anyway, so that's the 280 for that. And then this is 20, 40, 60. My husband also gets $60 in spending. I got rid of his, I didn't make him a new envelope, and I took the vinyl off of his because like I really don't need to stuff this, but this does give me a place to put it right now until he gets home today and gets his $60. That's my back to bank envelope, so nothing in there right now. Okay, so that is our variable binder. So what else did I actually have? There are a couple things that I budgeted specific amounts for, just because, like, this is one of them, storage. It's $2 a month that I put aside in this envelope for Google storage that I will pay again in a year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I saved $2 a month, so it must be somewhere, I don't remember now what it was for a year, but it must have been somewhere near $24 because that's what $2 a month would get me. So since that's a small amount and a fixed amount per month to get to our goal at the end of the year, I did stuff that. I also jump out of that binder and hop into the savings challenge binder. I'm still working on the best way to organize some of these. Because we are going out of town this week, I did put $20 into travel, and I did 10 last paycheck just for a little bit of extra cash for us if we need it on the road or things like that. So that 30 is in travel. Otherwise, I'm starting a savings challenge for that in September when our budget increases. And the only other thing that I budgeted a specific amount for was a 5 to go to passports. I've cut that a few times in the last little while, and I just decided that this time I probably needed to make sure that I'm funding it. This is a freebie, and I've looked, I don't even remember anymore where it came from, so I feel bad because I can't give that credit where it is due, but I'm putting another 5 in there, which is half of the crystals there. So if anyone knows where this came from, I'm happy to shout that out if I could remember. 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 to my passport renewal, which I am in no hurry for. Mine officially expires in April of 24, but I couldn't use it if I wanted to now anyway because it has my maiden name on it still, and I've been married for, it'll be 8 years in November, so if that tells you how often I travel. But anyway, so that is what I have for our formal cash stuffing. The rest of the money that I pulled out in cash will go for savings challenges coming up, which you should see that video tomorrow on Savings Challenge Sunday. I want to make sure that I film that when my kiddo is home. He's been having a lot of fun helping with those challenges and scratching off and rolling the dice and things. So please subscribe if you want, and hit the bell if you want to be notified of that when that comes back. But until then, have a great weekend. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.